Yo, what's good? What's good? Y'all are now tuned in with Winter Talk with Vic the Vibe. Got a special guest from Chicago today. Tell him what your name is, man.
Bumpy Johnson.
Bumpy Johnson is in the house today, man. Welcome to Winter's Talk, man. With a Winter's Talk. Um, Bumpy Johnson, where you located from? Where you from?
Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago, Illinois, man. So I heard it's kind of rough in Chicago, man. I heard like the King Vons and FBG Ducks and Lil Durk and all them. I grew up out there, man. There's a big war going on out there. Did you get to see any of that stuff, man, growing up, or how was it with you growing up in Chicago?
With me, it was a little bit different growing up in Chicago than what it is with the youth right now. Uh, we did things that we regret. We did things that made us better. We did things that we can't take back. With the King Von whole situation, it's basically the same thing. We all just grew up in a small place where we get caught up and so wrapped up in everything.
So I mean, is it more like gang activity that you think that's going on out there, or is it just I mean, tell me what do you think that it is that caused the friction between everybody?
Okay, so I'm gonna put it out there. Uh, I used to gang bang, and I used to be the same thing that King Von was.
Okay.
So King Von at the time, they call it O Block.
Right.
We didn't call it O Block. We called it Parkway Gardens.
Parkway Gardens, yeah. Okay.
And so we was plugged with Parkway Gardens, the Calumet Building, 58, which is known as 88, the 5th Ward, which is 55th, and Prairie. It was all the BDs over there.
Okay.
So, of course, in between that, you got the Gangster Disciples.
Right.
So the Gangster Disciples, they were like on 57 and Calumet. They were on 61st. They was on 63rd. They had this building called the White. It's almost like the Calumet building, but they called it the Wabash building.
Okay.
So in that vicinity, going up, where it's a place where it's called 63rd and King Drive, where everybody normally know where King Von be at, O Block, Parkway Gardens, whichever one you want to call it.
Right.
On 63rd and King Drive, it's almost like a dividing line where you got going towards Cottage, you got the GDs, then you got the Stones and whatnot. Coming back a little bit towards State, you got the BDs, the GDs, the BDs, the GDs. So it's kind of, in a war zone.
Right.
So if you ain't a black disciple, it's like the war zone, we getting with your glamour. You ain't a gangster disciple, the war zone, we getting up with your glamour. If you a black stone, anything that run under the 5-point star, if you ain't them, we getting up with your glamour. So it was basically at the time of my growing up, if you wasn't in this gang, this is what it was. Now, today's gang, just my opinion, my thought process, they have no leadership and no guidance.
Right.
So when someone tell you it's on site from Chicago, best to believe what they mean. It's on site.
I believe it.
It don't matter what gang you in. It don't matter if we buddy. We've been cool for a very long time. It don't matter. If someone tell you it's on site, it's on site. Trust and believe. You might want to move away from Chicago if someone tell you that.
I see in the media, it's just bodies be popping up everywhere. I'd be like, oh man, oh this one, that one. As soon as somebody talk some junk, somebody say some talk junk about somebody online. Next thing you know, they dead. I look at like what's his name, FBG Duck, all his crew and stuff. It wasn't just him; it's him, his brother, the FBG Cash, all them, like the whole 63rd crew. Now I ain't gonna say the whole 63rd, but it was a lot of them, man. They got busy over there, and I was like, wow, man. It's definitely a lot of death and violence. Um, so from what I'm seeing, are you aware of FYBJ Main?
No.
Okay, so what I'm aware of is that he said he's from the wait, how you say, Calumet building. He said he was from,
Calumet building?
yeah, he said he's from over there, and he said he used to hang on. I'm not sure if he's GD or BD, but he what he's doing over there with the youth, because he's around our age, uh, or probably a little bit younger, in his upper 30s. He's been going to O Block trying to push peace. Um, you know what I'm saying? How you feel about 63rd and O Block with the guys that's left coming together trying to push peace? Do you think it's a good look, or you think it's going to be
Well,
a war?
I'm gonna be honest. I really don't care about the war no more, because if I had someone teach me better, I would have did better back then. You know, so it's time for us as young black men to step up and create positive black men, young black men, so they
Right.
can elevate to older, mature black men. Because in today's society, they don't even know what's coming at them. They don't know what this world is about to. This world is about to become corrupt.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
if we don't take a stand now, us as our culture, blacks, if we don't take a stand now, we're gonna destroy ourselves before someone else destroys us.
Oh yeah.
So what he's doing right now, I commend him. You know, if I got a chance, to rap with him, I would have told him the same thing. Hey, bro, I'm gonna come with you because I'm not scared of the streets. That's one thing about me. I'm not scared of the streets. But to make positive men, we have to get out there and we have to talk to our youth.
Right.
Our youth got this mentality of, man, I can't explain the generation.
Yeah.
They swag, they language is totally different from ours.
Right. Right.
So, like my little brother, I'm not he's here with me now. And I took him away from Chicago. I'm not gonna put him on I'm not gonna say his name or put his face on or anything, because he's also known in Chicago.
Okay.
And believe it or not, he's a Blackstone.
Okay.
So basically in a nutshell, bro, we need more men to be leaders, to get out there and talk to the youth. Ain't no ands or buts about it.
Right. Right.
And
So
go ahead.
you do you I heard like the Muslims are deep out there in Chicago. I mean, how do you feel about them? Do you think that they're doing anything, or they're not doing enough? They could be doing more. Like, how do you feel about the Muslims interacting with them?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something else about me. So I'm a Mason,
Okay,
and I'm also a Shriner.
dang, big time.
Yeah, so we study the Quran.
Right, right.
We also talk to our Muslim brothers. So if by chance, if the Muslims can also infiltrate in those youth structures, and basically be a big brother.
Yeah,
Someone someone has to get in the. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what organization you are in. If we come together collectively, Muslims, gangbangers, uh,
The church.
church, our parents. Well, we can make a difference.
Yeah.
But the bad thing, I'm gonna use my mama saying, is babies out here making babies.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
problem right there.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Babies making babies. And then they not realizing that your children are not your friend. Your children are what they're meant, what it says to be, children. You
Yeah.
don't drink with your children. You don't smoke with your children. You don't play games with your children. You
Right.
know, it's a time and a place for everything. But if you're not taking care of your business with your children, and I hate to say it, but society is going to take them in.
Yeah. Fast. Definitely. They got a place for them.
So,
So let me ask you this. You definitely answering questions very good. Man, I like the answers I'm hearing. So let me ask you about yourself. Like how did you manage to make it out of Chicago or to make it through to where you're at now?
so it's a little bit different for the Black disciples. I had to talk with some of the head guys. And in our organization, we got the ministers, we got the co-directors, the directors, so on, so on, so on. We have structure. However, I talked to some of my people, and I told them, I said, "Hey, I want to join the military. I want to do something different with my life. I don't want to be out here, so on and so on." And basically, I got the blessing. And, a lot of people didn't want me to go. And a lot of people understood, hey, this is a difference. A lot of us, we know we're not going to make it out because either we got felonies, this is our lifestyle, whatever the case may be, or I'm just stuck. I'm staying here. I'm not leaving. I'm not moving. I'm going to be complacent and be who I am. So, like I said, I got the blessings from my people, and I moved about.
Well, I will say this: I'm prior military myself, prior Army, 19 Delta Cavalry Scout, and I will say that the military definitely helped me. I'm in Virginia; it's nothing near is like Chicago, but it definitely gave me that mindset to go ahead and take life on, head first with being positive, and I
Yeah.
made mistakes along the way, but it definitely the military is straightening you out, and then to me if gang to me gangbangers would do good in the military because one you got a lot of you get to shoot guns in the army, it's structure, it's ranks, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, shit. To me, it was some people gangbanging in the military when I was in there, on the low,
Yep. Yep.
on the low. So I think the military is definitely a good option for like especially like the youth growing up nowadays. So that's good. That's good. Let's see. That's all the questions I have right now. Is there anything else you want to say to the people, to the youth before we wrap up?
Well, to the youth, I want to caveat on what you just said. Also, I'm a military army, 20 years service, retired. So, I'm loving the life. So, with that being said, to the youth, if you feel like you can't make it, you don't have no felonies, no records or anything like that, and I hate to say this, but it is a black man's paradise. Join the military. Do something constructive with your life. Because as you get older, there is not many jobs that will retire you at a early age.
Yeah,
There's not many jobs that's gonna give you 30 days of leave in 1 year, provide you medical, provide you dental, provide you any coverage that you need. And if you in it, bad, don't never think that it's too late to change. You can make a positive difference not only with yourself, but with your buddies as well. If they don't want to maintain with you, then you have to grow up and do what you need to do at an age that you are. That's my gift to the youth. As far as us as being parents, I'm not stepping on nobody's toes. I'm not stumbling on nobody's toes or anything. But it's up to us to take care of our children. And if we take the leash off our children, this is what we'll get in society. And you have to understand, when the cops are shooting our kids, they choking our kids, they killing our kids. That's because we're not raising our kids to be smart.
Right.
We're raising our kids to want to be badass and think they can take on you. Excuse my French, I did not mean that. But we building our kids to take on the whole world and not knowing that there's consequences behind that.
Yeah.
So let's educate ourselves, adults, parents, and do the right thing when it comes to our children.
That's right. That's right. I like that. Okay, y'all heard it first right here on Winners Talk. We right here straight out of Chicago with Bumpy Johnson. Y'all heard it first right here. Y'all make sure to like, post, and share this. You know what I'm saying, with your friends, your family, because everybody's gonna need to hear this message. And until next time, I appreciate you tuning in with me, man. All right, man. I'll check you later. Peace.